Well, what a gorgeous day it is today. I've had an absolutely fabulous day of graft. I really like a good hard working day on the allotment, and I've been barrowing wood chip pretty much all day and refreshed all the paths and everything. It's really lovely. I mean, it has a really fresh and sort of clean feel to it after the sort of sogginess of winter. I know we're still in winter, but it doesn't feel like it right now. And the smell, you know, this fresh sort of pine smell, because it's a fairly green mix, which is not ideal. But anyway, let me get on with what I'm here for, which is a seedling update. So I've got a lot of my seedlings here. I'm just about to start replanting a lot of the old tired winter beds and finish harvesting those this weekend. And I will be starting planting next weekend. So and it's the 17th today when I'm recording this of January. Right, so we've got cauliflowers here, 12 cauliflowers, a mix of graffiti purple cauliflowers, which are absolutely stunners, and Orkney white cauliflowers, which are brilliant at this time of year. These were sown back in September and took a few knocks, got a bit of white fly on them and things like that, but they're pretty much all recovered now, so we're very excited to get those planted. And they're going to be planted mainly, as I said, in old sort of tired lettuce beds that are just coming to the end. Got calabrese, I've got 6 calabrese there. I've got another 6 spare calabrese which are not looking so good, so I'm probably only going to plant the first 6 because I've got 9 new calabrese down the far end there. I'll show you those in a minute. But these were calabrese that got sprayed to try and control the whitefly, and the spray that I used really knocked them back and stunted the growth, basically poisoned them. So it works, this spray, but only really on mature plants. I took a risk, it didn't work. Got my 3rd succession of peas here, and so these are the first succession that are going outside. The other 2 successions are in the greenhouse back at home. One of those is growing really nicely, it's sort of up here. The other one's about to be planted. This one is ready to be sort of planted in 2 or 3 weeks time outside, and it will get a bit of protection though. And then got 6 nice little red cabbages, and they're drum heads, and I've got another 3 or 4 there. I can't remember what variety they are, to be honest, but I think they're a club resistant variety. And I've also got, I don't know, 5 or 6 red cabbages already in the ground in pots around the greenhouse. So quite a few red cabbages on the way. They won't be ready though for harvest until June-ish sort of time. So need to get some other brassicas moving. And again, these were sown in September, and yeah, looking pretty good. Some radish ready to go out. Got to find some space for it. It's always a challenge to find space for radish at this time of year, but it's nice to have. And then I've got, as I said, 9 little calabrese plants. Got a few weeks yet before those can go out. And then I've got 6 little spring cabbages at the back there, and they're ready for potting on. And I'll plant those out in 4 or 5 weeks time probably. And then down here, most of what I've got down here are mature plants that I'm harvesting from. So I've got lettuces, spinach, Asian greens, and baby beet leaves, and I've got loads more baby beet leaves down here. And I've also got lettuces, Asian greens, and onions, salad onions to be planted in between those lettuces. And then, oh yeah, my little baby seedling carrot seedlings. I've got 4 containers of those. They're coming on nicely. I've got a few things at home. I've got, trying to remember, peppers, salad rocket. It's not ideal to be doing salad rocket at this time of year, but obviously that's the seed I've got, so I'm doing that. I've got parsley, peppermint, and celery to go in the greenhouse for a sort of early crop. And then I've got a few beetroot, Pablo, which will go again in here for an early crop in a few weeks time. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I've got a lot of seedlings to sow in January, and a huge number to sow in February. So we're sort of really motoring now. I'm surrounded here by my first early strawberries. I've got my super early strawberries currently in the house, just breaking dormancy. So they should be ready for a harvest in April. These should be ready for a harvest in May. And then the ones outside will be ready for a harvest in June, and then basically continuous strawberries until October. So yeah, in the greenhouse, just got loads of lettuce down here, just gradually clearing lettuce. Some of it will be left for quite a long time. And then down here underneath the trestle table, we've got Asian greens, komatsuma, red stem pak choi and tatsoi. I'll be clearing the middle row of these plants here. And that's where calabrese is going to go. And so that's where those 6 calabrese are going to go down there. And yeah, it's all go. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. So I will just mention that there's a lot of moving parts in the way that I garden. There's a lot to keep track of. The best way to keep track of it is to subscribe to my free newsletter, steverichards.substack.com. There's a link to it down in the description below. And you know, I'm all about year-round gardening and having a rich sort of fresh food diet every week of the year. I'll just show you a couple of the harvests that we've got to look forward to in spring. So that's kind of the types of things that we've got that we're sowing right now, that we'll be harvesting, you know, in April and May. And then next month, early February, start my super early sessions of cucumbers, tomatoes, main crop peppers, and yeah, lots of other exciting things. So yeah, my name's Steve. This is the Seaside Kitchen Garden and Allotment channel. I'll see you soon.